Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Hello, Mr. Flashpoint Ghost Rider.
Hello there.
How are you doing today?
Looks like I'm
That's alright. I
good.
have
Looks like I
to.
just got here on time.
Yes. That's okay. I have to finish my settings anyway. So tell us how was your week while I do that.
I was sick. I was also sick, and I was
Oh.
also sick the other day as well. And then on the last day of the week, I thought I was good enough to go back to work, and so I guess it was a pretty good week considering I got to go home and relax and do nothing except for just being sick.
Are you saying you're already sick of the Dark Knight's content?
Shh.
Let's see if I got another tell. Not just yet. So let's say hello to Yobart Thon. Hello, Cars Thomas. We're doing good today, Cars. Subscribe to Vince. Hello, Vince. Kira Des. Hello there. Morgan 23, Wrestle Spider, Ali GK, JK, Scrolls, Chill My Guy. Yeah, Chill My Guy, send me a tail in game and I'll invite you to the group. Yudo the Hero. Oh, your dog wants to play.
No, he's just barking at the door.
Aww. So tonight we are going to play the Dark Knight's content. Basically, this week we have a double currency for the Dark Knight's content. So we're going to play that. And we have World Breaker as a healer, Reverse Flash is a tank. You're a tank. So we should be okay. Ah, Shadow Knight created a Catman. Ah, pretty cool.
Damn, it sucks that I replayed the content today.
I'll teach you.
Well,
Hello, Chaos King. So we just need one more, guys. So the next one who sends me a tail will be in the group. Unless is there someone here who's not in the group? We Cosmic Destroyer is there. Reverse Splash is there. Alright, since we're playing the Dark Knight's content, ideally. Oh, Biker Dodd. Let's try to invite Biker Dodd. Ah, our friend Biker Dodd is too low level.
well, so is another person as well, the Reverse Flash Earth 8.
Is he? 370,
Yeah,
360. No, reverse flash. Oh, okay. He's not in the group, you mean?
Reverse Flash Earth 8. Yeah,
Sure. Just give me a minute. I'll remove Biker God. Reverse flash. I could have sworn I invited him, but then I probably mistook him for
no,
someone else.
no, you have someone, yeah, Reverse Flash Earth 8, 361.
Oh no, he's in the group. Okay.
Yeah, isn't he not, is he too low level though?
He's 361. The level is 350, so he should be good.
Oh, okay, sorry, it looked a little odd on my screen.
Oh, that's alright. Oh, there's Ojin Hell. Let's see if he's high level enough.
Uh, Numbers kind of look weird on my
That's alright. We'll buy you some
screen.
glasses when we get the
Well,
chance.
no, you know how sometimes when people leave and join groups, the kind of names over kind of jump each other, and it kind of glitches out on the screen once in a while. I kind of got that effect right now, where you got overlaying old names on top of new names on the side.
So we should be good to go. Ideally, we were looking for combat rating 350 so that we can play the regular version of the 8-player mission. The menu. Oh, come on, evil menu.
So, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Are you excited for survival mode?
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
No?
Nah.
No?
No.
See, I'm excited to try it with the fire tank because I tried it with munitions before and it was garbage.
Biker dot is
But
364. Could have sworn it was less than that. Okay, Biker dot, I'll invite you again.
I think we're maxed out right now already.
Yeah, I'll try to correct my mistake.
Okay.
So let's invite Biker dot. Oh yeah, 364. Not sure why I saw 160 or something. My bad. Sorry, chill, my guy. I had kicked Biker dot by mistake. I thought he wasn't high level enough. Oh, that's
Sorry
why.
about my
Okay,
dog. He barks at everyone that walks by the hallway, so.
it's okay. I have a barky dog myself. My mom has a little tiny dog who's a bark machine.
So every time he thinks someone's right at the door, or it automatically thinks that they're coming to see us.
So did you drown your sorrow with the Marvel MMO being cancelled?
Honestly, with the way the art style of the graphics in the game looked, I kinda am kind of relieved a bit, to be honest, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
kind of sad because I was excited for the game at first, but
I was too. Assuming it would be something similar to DCUO, but the art style we saw, like people would ask me if I would play the game.
Perpetua is
I would
weakened.
have played it
We
if
will
it was
use the source
similar to
wall to trap
DCUO,
her
but
and undo the
the artwork
damage
we
to the
saw,
multiverse.
I
You
wouldn't
will
have, I
need
wouldn't have
me
played that game.
along to make sure the
Unless
plan
somehow the
yeah.
gameplay
works.
was really awesome or
Everybody
something.
ready?
The visual
All
style,
teams
I
are
really
in
didn't like it.
position. Forward. For truth.
Yeah,
Well,
For the
they
Kira
somehow
this. Yeah.
they somehow basically uh, took the cartoony look from Fortnite and made it somehow more cartoony.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to try to attract the Fortnite crowd, which is something we often see. Very often, the devs will see something popular and they'll try to emulate it without understanding why it's popular. Like I don't think Fortnite is popular because of the style. I think it's popular because of the gameplay. Because PUBG was quite popular too, and it was pretty much more realistic. So
Well, it was the
sometimes,
fact that it was a little bit more it was a more finished version of PUBG that was more kid friendly and free to play, you know? So that's why it was so successful.
yeah, probably. But here they made
Because
the
let's be
mistake
honest,
of thinking, yeah.
well, let's think, right? If you're a parent, are you gonna feel visually? If you didn't watch the game itself, if you just visually looked at it, would you be more friendly, more open to them playing PUBG or Fortnite? Probably Fortnite because it looks more kid friendly, even if you don't know what the gameplay is about, you know. So that's probably one of the reasons why it really sold a lot better.
But kids don't play games anymore. It's older guys like you.
Sure.
Like when I look at my analytics, the lion's share of the player base is between 18 and 44.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still, the interlopers press
Interesting.
forward. Titans of the source wall, trapped by your
Didn't
hubris,
even know that.
rise and defend.
Ah, sorry,
Didn't even know
Yobart.
you can check that.
Must rally. To me.
Didn't know you could check that on there. It's interesting. I guess it goes by like when you make your account, automatically information goes to YouTube, and somehow you're able to read that when people watch your videos, I guess.
I have a whole bunch of analytics I can look at to try to figure out why people are watching the content or who's watching the content. Like roughly about 60 some percent of the audience is from the United States. Oh, sorry, Commander Stronghold. I don't know if you're watching the stream. That was weird.
Is this the regular one?
Yes.
Okay.
And like the lion's share of the player base of the people watching are between 18 and 44 or 45, something like that. But also you have to remember that the game is rated M, so that might be why.
At this point, I don't really think parents look at ratings anymore. I think they just look at, you know, whether it just looks kid-friendly. I don't really think parents actually look at the details of, and pay attention.
Your Bart says Fortnite is barely kid-friendly. I tried it when it was first released, and I don't really play Fortnite, so I can't really say for sure, but I'll take your word for it. Oh, Garizo says Fortnite is too easy. Oh, Scrolls is from the Caribbean. I think someone asked what kind of dog you have. Evil Barky dog.
It's a mini jack, pretty much.
Tonight we'll play the stream probably for about an hour, unless things go wrong, as they sometimes do. And after that, I'm not sure. After the raid, guys, we are going to go play the bounties in the open world. So for those of you who were not able to make it into the group, or if you play an evil villain, go to the open world. We are going to go there after the raid, and we will play the bounties.
The source wall is no place for you.
And some of you guys were asking in the comments about the dev invasion. Right now, there's probably not going to be a dev invasion for a while for a few reasons. The first reason is I think Ocean was the one behind the dev invasion, and she's not with DCUO anymore. She's not with Daybreak anymore. So that might be why. And also the devs are sadly understaffed right now, so they're probably working a bit overtime to try to make up for the lack of staff. The staff they're missing. So I don't think they have time to do a dev invasion right now. So it's probably a mixture of a few things, but I don't expect we'll get a dev invasion, at least for a while. I could be wrong though. Apparently I was wrong about the survival mode. I didn't think we would get survival mode anytime soon this year. But apparently we are going to get the survival mode. So I could be wrong. We'll see.
I'm actually really surprised with the lineup that we got, like the Superman ally, Batman ally, Crypto ally, the Blue Beetle here, the Survival, the Save the Universe, and the next episode. I'm really surprised. And then a new seasonal.
Well, that because it's something that they pretty much came up so that they could be able to buy themselves some time if they cannot meet their deadline for a DLC, for example. It's probably simple enough for them to replace it with a Save the Universe event and then push the DLC like they just did, push it to October. The only worry I have is that already.
All that, though,
well, survival mode it's only a small. Like some people think it's like 10% of the player base that plays survival mode. I'd be tempted to say it's probably more like 1%, maybe 5% of the player base. So it's really a small fraction of the player base that will benefit from that. So the real thing is save the universe. But there's also the new event. I forget what it's called.
I think that's a little too harsh. I think it's more like 5%.
Okay, let's say 5%.
Yeah.
Cooper Ninja is asking some help to get some briefings. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Maybe next week we could try to do that, but tonight it's just not gonna happen.
Because what I think happens is that everyone tries survival mode at least once, right? But there's only like maybe 5% that actually stick around and still play it throughout until it goes away, you know?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think everyone tries it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't try it.
Because almost everyone not in the league I'm in now and not the league I was in before, but the one before that, everyone I knew that they always tried survival mode. You know, everyone tried survival mode, and there's like probably like 100 people in there, and only like maybe 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3, that I knew religiously played until it went away.
Yeah, but 100 people out of what? I would guesstimate the DCUO population at, I don't know, 60, 70,000.
Maybe.
So I would say 100. That's really a tiny droplet. Actually, no, it's probably more than that. But I was being conservative in my numbers.
The source wall is no place for you. Followers of the Batman Knights, my dark.
See, I'm just excited to retry it again. Not to play it fully through. I don't really care to play it fully through, but just to retry it as a fire tank, you know?
If I recall last time, basically the tank would kite at the enemies. And also, one thing I always find funny, like we have people always asking for harder content, but a lot of people will use speed hackers in order to be able to complete that content. So yeah, they want harder content, but then they'll let's say use every advantages they can find to complete the content, and very often they won't even do it in a legit way.
You wanna know how I beat elites?
With a speed hacker.
I don't. Not with a speed hacker, but with an exploit that they haven't fixed since the
Well,
game
see,
came out.
that's the thing. Either people will use a speed hacker or an exploit or something like that, and then they'll complain that the content is too easy. It's a anyway. It's always the same thing.
Yeah. You can use I won't say the exploit on live stream, but you can use the same exploit that I'm talking about on any mission, so long as there's like a barrier between you and the other person.
That's okay, Yobart. I understand. Jackass says there's like 1 to 5% of the player base that's competent enough to even think about Elite Plus, really. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine, you know him, Doom, and we were thinking on not the raid, because the raid needs a lot more coordination. The more people, the more coordination you need.
Do you want to try the
But we were
4-point
thinking
mission?
maybe, yeah, you, me, Doom, and maybe someone else. We have another person in our league named Zane. He might be really good at being a healer. So if he can heal, you do either troll or a DPS. Doom does a DPS, and I do a tank. We might be able to do Elite Plus.
Or like we'll try to battle troll or something.
Yeah. So we could try it, but right now he's away. Right now he's on a little trip, so we'll have to wait for him to come back. But
We'll have to try with Mara then.
I think she's taking a little break from the game. She hasn't been on in a while.
She sent me a tell yesterday or the day before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But she kind of like her sleep schedule is kind of like almost like a 5-hour difference between me,
Yes.
even though we're in the same time zone. She kind of, I don't know, her work is kind of like a different schedule, so she sleeps a little differently.
Sure.
So we don't really get to play as often as we would like to.
That's alright, it happens. Oh. Wolfbreaker went down. Okay, I don't know if someone got him.
I'm focusing on Merciless. Merciless is almost down.
Sorry, I was distracted by the chat. Thank you, Playtime Sid.
Your existence has been
You know, sometimes there's just so many damn special effects on the screen. It gets so distracting that I don't even
Yeah. Oh, someone went down.
like that. Like that, for example. It's okay. I'll get up.
Oh, I have the green thingy. Is that good or bad? The green is the healing one, right?
Yeah. And green means good.
I'm surprised I don't get that very often.
I no longer feel pain.
Hello, Crimson King. Jackass says Meps will get a new instance for Save the Universe. Do you think new missions entirely or new as in content? Yeah, it's probably going to be older content. It's probably going to be older missions, but different missions than the ones we got the last time. That's probably what he meant by new missions. So we won't get the same missions we got the last time. But we'll probably get some older, I'm going to say recycled missions.
I no longer feel pain.
And also, we're not going to get new gear. The last time we got some new gear with survival mode because it was in part of a DLC. It was pretty much replacing not survival mode. With Save the Universe, last time we got some new gear because it was part of a DLC. But this time it's just going to be an event, so there's not going to be there is going to be some new rewards, but not some new gear like last time. Although I suspect we probably are going to get the like the monitor gear came from Save the Universe, so people who were not able to buy the monitor gear last time, this time they'll get the chance to do that.
You know, I just realized. So we have the Batman trinket, right? Now we're getting a Batman ally, so you can
Yes.
summon 2 of the same Batmans at once.
Oh yeah, way ahead of you.
Oh boy, imagine if you had the same Batman outfit as well. Damn.
That's going to be
Batman.
Batman Inc. You're going to be able to be Batman Inc. all by yourself.
You know what's been funny too, though? Okay, is so you know how the NPC, like the ally NPCs are tall. So it's gonna be weird if you summon a trinket beside the actual ally. The ally's gonna be taller, probably most likely.
That's alright, you're Bard. If you have to get off, you have to get off. That's fine. Jackass says, yeah, the Dark Knight, the Wonder Woman Elite gear from Dark Knight. Yeah, that's going to be the best gear until October.
That's okay. It gives me time to focus on other things on my character. That's fine.
Well, you'll be able to upgrade your augments, maybe upgrade a few artifacts until then.
Yep. Unlock all the plans for your generator
Upgrade.
mods.
Upgrade your Batman ally,
Yep.
unless you decide to make a world's finest team up and have a Superman as your ally.
Nope.
Ah, you're so mean to Superman.
I do not like Superman. Well, I mean, no offense to anyone that likes Superman, but I'm not a fan of Superman. I just think he's overpowered for no real good reason. And if you look back at when he first came out, The reason why he has so many powers is because they kept running out of ideas on how to basically give him a challenge. So they kept making someone who was stronger than him, and their solution to making him stronger was just by giving him a new power. So it's just a bunch of load of crap to me. And then Robin, he's just a sidekick that just basically is a target for enemies. So I do not like
so weak to
Robin. I do not. See, I don't like the Robin persona. I don't mind the Robin characters like Jason Todd, Nightwing, Red Robin, you know, and it's the Robin persona. It's all the same and it's all boring.
I would say try the new Teen Titans, the first roughly 50 issues, and you might change your mind. Jackass says all the people who spent $100 on replay to have the gear, the elite gear already. Well, yeah, well they're going to be geared until October. Andre, hello Andre. Andre
What is
Robinson.
going on?
Not sure.
There's so many people here. Like Jesus, I don't even know it's an enemy.
Andre is asking, can you create a strong character using a weapon build exclusively? Oh yeah, you can. Sadly, the best weapon build is pretty much dual wield with weapon masteries. A lot of people gravitate towards that. But yeah, you can.
Bow's good. I like bows. I like dual wield bow, and I'd say brawling is and martial arts are probably the best ones.
Kira says Superman and the other heroes felt weak watching them in the Justice League animated series. It's because for the Justice League animated series, they nerfed Superman at first. So Superman kept on being beaten up, or he would spend half a second underwater and he was drowning, or they would pour gas in the room and he was choking. They really went out of their ways to nerf Superman for that animated series. And then with season 2, they realized that they had made a mistake, and then they brought him back to more or less how he was in the Superman animated series. But yeah, they did make Superman pretty weak in that first season.
Like how he gets defeated by electricity weapons every single time.
Yeah, stuff like that. I think there's someone who made that. Yeah, electricity or gas, or yeah, there's a whole bunch of. It was a bit embarrassing. It's funny because in some interviews they were saying that they were trying not to do the Super Friends, but for that first season, it's more or less what they ended up doing. They pretty much turned the Justice League into the Super Friends. My guess is they were trying to aim at a younger audience, and they pretty much missed the mark, or they made it too young. Like they were probably aiming at a younger audience, and then they ended up making something that could almost be for preschool kids.
Well, what I find so funny is that they had a hard time basically developing the character in its early ages, you know, so they kept giving him new powers. This is basically solve every solution ever for him, right? So they finally found a set of powers that they can all agree on to keep giving him forever. And then years later, when they start modernizing the character, they start going back and making him weak again, and we're making his powers useless. I don't get it.
They've been doing that. Just to answer you, Bard, no, we don't have a storm where I am. Where I am, it's actually pretty nice outside. For Superman, it's been a tug of war. As years went by, they would make him more and more powerful. Then in the 70s, I think in the 70s, early 70s, mid 70s, maybe is the first time they powered him. Also, they tried to make him more modern by having him work in a TV station as opposed to a newspaper. But then again, he kept on getting more and more powerful. And then John Byrne had the Man of Steel miniseries, where he tried to make him again less powerful. But again, the cycle started again, and then with the New 52, they tried to make him again less powerful. So it's this weird tug of war where they try to make him less powerful, but then as time goes by, there's this sort of a power creep that happens. And then again, 10 years later, they have to nerf him again. So it's a weird thing where they keep on nerfing him, then they have to make him more powerful, they nerf him, they make him more powerful. Uh,
And it's I just that's one of the reasons why I don't like Superman 2 is they have an established set of powers. They've already established that he's one of the strongest characters they got. Yet they keep nerfing him time and time again, and they keep making him like lose to the stupidest things on the planet. You know?
well, yeah,
And then out of nowhere he's strong again. It's like what?
you need a good writer to write him. Like Grant Morrison never had any issues. Like if you read All Star Superman, Superman is very powerful, and he was able to write good stories with a very powerful Superman. Sadly, a lot of let's say a lot of writers cannot do that. Somehow it's beyond it's beyond them. It's beyond their skills as a writer. What can you do?
But disappointments all.
Well, it's the same with Hulk too, right? He's supposed to be the strongest of the strong in Marvel, pretty much, right? He's supposed to be a big giant brute that you just can't beat, right? And yet they keep making him weaker and weaker and weaker, and then all of a sudden, once they find him, get him weak enough, they make him strong again when they reboot him. And then in that next reboot, they make him weak and weak and weak and weak, and then at the next reboot, they make him strong again, and they make him weaker, 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 weaker. And it's like, what the hell, man? It's kind of dumb. It's like watching a WWE match where a guy gets a debut and he's super strong, and then at the end of his career he's weak as hell.
Jack says, I'd like to see a full on-horror Ultraman movie with Henry Cavill. Rated R and blood and all the good stuff. Technically, you already got that. There was the series called Brightburn. We have... there's the third season of The Boys that just started with Homelander. So there's that. There's Invincible on Amazon Prime also that we had Omni-Man. So if you want an evil Superman, there's an embarrassment of riches at this point.
You know
Kira,
what too? Speaking about the Hulk. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. Kira said, heard what pink Kryptonite does to him. It's a bit of a running gag right now. Way back when they had, in one storyline, there was this big Kryptonite that pretty much turned Superman gay. And right now, Connell, son of Superman, he has a boyfriend that has pink hair, and there's people who think that the pink hair might actually be pink Kryptonite. Oh, someone says Happy Pride Month.
See, I was gonna say with the Hulk there. One thing that kind of what I noticed is that if you some versions of him, if you notice, like he eats the Wolverine, right? And then at the end, Wolverine just basically tears him out from the inside and kills him.
Oh, that's the
But yeah,
ultimate
then
version.
there's some versions of him where nothing can just like even penetrate his skin at all. Like not even Galactus, not even Silver Surfer, and like just nothing. You know what I mean?
It changed as time went by. At first, it used to be that his skin was invulnerable, but then there was the storyline. I think it was some early issues with Todd McFarlane on the arts with the Wolverine, where they pretty much established that he actually does get hurt, but he heals so fast that it seems as if his skin doesn't get pierced.
Yeah.
So they kept on. It's another thing. Depending on who writes the character, sometimes they'll try to give him flaws or weaknesses to try to make the story more interesting, I suppose. But again, it comes down to the skill of the writer. Sadly, for some writers, writing certain characters is just beyond them. They can't really do it, so they come up with weird ideas or ideas to try to make their lives easier or their jobs easier. Oh, yeah, guys, block when you have the white arrow. Yeah, I guess
See,
I wasn't paying attention.
See, I know it's a little contradicting, considering my character is Ghost Rider, and we know how strong and how potentially strong Ghost Rider can be. But for the most part, I do not like really strong characters like Hulk and Superman. It's just, no one can ever really get them right. There's like very few people that can get them right.
Too late.
you know. I think Danny Ketch's one was contradicting versions of Ghost Rider because there's so many versions of him that's super ultra strong, and there's so many other versions of him that are like is one of the weakest versions of Ghost Rider as well. Which is kind of funny. He's like one of the weakest and yet one of the strongest. But, you know, that's kind of how it goes. So in terms of writing, I'd say Danny Ketch is probably one of the worst.
Come on, Nicolas Cage was the strongest.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Eobard says he's working on a Superman novel, Superman The Dark Ages. Oh, I lost the audio.
I can hear you.
No, the in-game audio for a while, for a few seconds it became silent.
I thought they fixed that.
I guess not. Oh, again. So did you start watching The Boys?
Nope. Never watched it at all. I started watching the Obi-Wan series, and
Don't waste your time with that.
I don't know what to feel about it.
You have Stranger Things to watch. You have The Boys. Don't watch Obi-Wan.
So, it's like one of those it's one of those shows that you want to like so much because of the nostalgic feel, you know. But it's like they're making it really hard to like it though.
They're repeating what they did with Luke Skywalker. They're making Obi-Wan into a feeble old man who's scared, who's pretty much incompetent.
Like, in the span of 10 years, okay? In the span of 10 years, how do you forget how to basically be this strong, powerful force, you know, like, I guess, like, basically just this strong Jedi in the span of 10 years and you just lose it all?
The excuse I keep on hearing is that he didn't use the Force in 10 years, so that's why. So supposedly.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure he hasn't used it just to, you know, pick up a pencil or something. Come on, it's a Jedi.
Sadly, that's the pattern they keep on doing. They literally want to destroy all the older characters. It's sad, but that's all they have in mind. And right now they seem to be destroying Obi-Wan the same way they destroyed Luke and the Last Jedi. So what can they do?
Well, I was looking at one. Okay, I mean, it's not really. I'm not gonna put too much spoiler in it. There's only one thing I'm gonna say: the fight between Vader and him, bad. It was terrible. So, you remember the prequel, right? How intense and great the lightsaber fights were, right?
Yeah, that was the best part of the
intense.
first film. The first film, that was the best part.
So, so they were awesome, okay? But then, and then you look at the original ones, they're not as intense and as great, but they're still okay, you know what I mean? But this one, ooh, bad. They're terrible.
It's because they want to make Obi-Wan
like,
look so weak. They're really out to destroy Obi-Wan, and they're actively working very hard to make him look weak.
Like, they moved him basically, so you know the old man Obi-Wan from the original series, okay? So they basically made his movement that slow, even though he's not even nearly close to being that age. Which is kind of sad.
Well, he's only 10 years away of being that age.
No, but in the TV show, though, he's not, they try to make him look a little younger, so he's not, in the TV show, he's not actually that age, you know?
Yeah, but they're trying to make him look bad.
He's like 40 in the show.
They're trying to make him look bad. They're trying to make the old characters look bad, hoping that it will make the new characters look better by comparison, and they're failing miserably. And yeah, Kira, I understand, but honestly, I don't think there's that many Star Wars fans left. A lot of Star Wars fans left the building. Now Star Wars seems to be made either to destroy the older characters, or just for normies who don't know anything about Star Wars. Ah, too much talky.
I'll try to revive someone. Nope.
I'm okay.
Oh, dodge. So yeah, it's, like there's a good nostalgia to it. Okay, I'll give them that. They did a good job with the nostalgia part, you know. But the only thing is though, the chase scenes, like the parkour chase scenes, terrible. Like it's 0 out of 10. Okay, the lightsaber battles and fights, I would give that like a 3 out of 10. The story, maybe 5. You know, the special effects, maybe like a 6 or 7.
I saw a few clips with Leia. Holy crap! We thought Anakin was bad in the prequels. Holy crap! He's Morgan Freeman by comparison.
Yup.
Ah, freaking. Where's the guy I need? Oh.
Embrace my darkness. Maybe you should just explode.
That power is for you.
I can't even click on him. There we go. Hello, Dennis.
I do this out of love. Maybe you should just
So
explode.
now, if they were to announce a Vader show, do you think that they would put most of their focus and their efforts into actually making that good at least? Do you think, or do you think it'd still be trash?
I would still be trash. They would probably create another female character, and then they would make Vader look incompetent to try to prop up the female character. It's all they can think. It's all they have in mind right now. They telling good stories with the legacy characters. They don't want to do that. All they have in mind is to take down and destroy the legacy characters, to try to make their newer characters look good by comparison. Oh, blocking time.
That power is for you.
So and at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they announce a Vader series, and if they don't end up turning Vader into a lesbian female black lady somehow. Like I remember
No,
when
they won't do that.
I remember before we had the Force Awakens, and I saw that they were trying to recreate Vader basically through Kylo Ren. I was wondering why not, if you're going to go that far to copy Vader, why not just bring Vader back? But then I realized that, oh yeah, but J.J. Abrams is behind the project, so I wouldn't be surprised if somehow he had brought Vader back. He would have brought like a pink version of Darth Vader that's female.
You
I
know
seem to
that
recall
exists,
seeing that in
there's
the.
pink.
I've seen that in
There's
the.
a
Was it a fan film or the Clone Wars?
no. I'm pretty sure there's a pink Darth Vader. I don't remember where I saw it, but I'm pretty sure it's a pink Darth Vader.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's in a parody or fan film. It can't be as bad
No,
as
I'm
Star
pretty
Wars is
sure
right
it's-
now.
I think I don't know if it was canon, but I'm pretty sure there's a legit Darth Vader that's pink.
That power is for you.
It might have been on like a special version or something like that, but I'm pretty sure it was an official version of Darth Vader though.
But anyway, so in theory, a Darth Vader series would be nice, but seeing what the Disney is doing with Star Wars, nah, I don't want to see that. They're going to find a way to ruin it. Like just Boba Fett, a series with Boba Fett that should have been awesome, but no.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. The parkour scenes, once again, like I just said, were also really bad and cringe. He got his ass handed to him so many times, yet when he was on Mandalorian, he was the most badass character on the screen. So it's like, and think about it, right? If every fight you have, you lose, okay, eventually you're just gonna die. There's no way you're gonna have that much good luck throughout your entire career of being a bounty hunter and losing every fight and somehow winning at the very end. So it's like, a lot of it was just absolute BS.
Batman 1716 is mentioning there's a Star Wars theory who's making a Darth Vader fan film. I don't know how many episodes he made. I think it was the Star Wars theory.
I haven't watched that guy in a while.
I didn't either, so that's why I'm having a hard time remembering. I seem to recall his fan film was pretty good, but I have to admit I don't remember much of it.
Blame it on me.
It's pretty bad when a fan can direct and film and edit and all that stuff better than what an actual high-budget production company, does. Like, it's sad when a fan can do way better.
Well, that's part of the reason why when they were making the Axanar movie for Star Trek Axanar, that's part of the reason why CBS and Paramount went after them, because they were making a better job with their fan films than CBS were doing with Star Trek. Like at the time they were starting, I don't know if they were working on Star Trek Discovery, or Star Trek Discovery had barely started, but they had to take down the fan films because it was embarrassing for them. The fans were doing a better job than the studio.
Like, it wouldn't be embarrassing for them if they would just do, a good job in the first place.
But they don't want to do that. That's the whole point. Or they can't do that. It's either they really don't want to do that. They really want to make the legacy characters look bad, or they're just not talented enough to do a good job. But either way, the result is terrible every time. The Mandalorian seems to have been an accident.
Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, reading up, that was originally supposed to be a Boba Fett.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a
show.
Boba Fett. It was supposed to be a Boba Fett movie that they turned into a TV show. And obviously they did not want to use a Boba. At the time they were trying very hard not to use legacy characters, because supposedly they still have to pay George Lucas for creating those characters. So that's why. That's part of the reasons why instead of using R2 in the latest movies, they're using BB-8, so that they don't have to pay George. And the Mandalorian was also supposedly an attempt not to have to pay George for Boba Fett. But sadly, at some point they had to start using some legacy characters because they were in trouble.
Well, you know the YouTube channel Bat in the Sun?
Yes.
Well, they're working, I think, on about 4 films, like 4 small films, movie films or whatever. And I think one of them is supposed to be like Flashpoint Batman versus Mr. Freeze or something like that. And then I think there's supposed to be like another one, something to do with like Spider-Man or something like that.
Yeah, I saw some of the polls they posted at some point, but they seem to be stretching themselves thin, and so that they should probably focus. They should probably focus on one project at a time, as opposed to trying to kickstart 4 different projects at the same time.
See, I know I'm completely biased because I'm obviously gonna try to. I want to see the Flashpoint one, but honestly. What I think, I kind of agree. I mean, maybe not just focus on one, but maybe 2, what I think would be kind of more acceptable. Okay, I can't raise anyone. It's just,
we're so close.
3 of us, so.
Thought it was 4 of us.
Nope.
Maybe you should just explode.
I
Oh,
guess we're gonna have to focus on Perpetua.
Oblivion for
yes,
you and
sir.
your
Oh,
I'll do my best to survive.
Aren't you no longer that power is for you?
Maybe you
But
should
this Titan is kind of annoying though.
I'll make this
ah, someone forgot to block. I'm down. We're down. So it's all on you.
I might be able to get him up. I got a shield right now. No, and I ran out of shield.
embrace
Just
my
2 episodes. He got attacked for crying over Luke. Oh yeah, yeah. Star Wars Theory when they had the Luke Skywalker appearance at the end of Mandalorian season 2. Sadly, Star Wars Theory, I think, was doing a live stream,
Maybe you
and
should just
he reacted
explode.
live by
power is for you.
basically crying about the whole thing. It was very emotional for him for a whole bunch of reasons, and I think it was Pablo Hidalgo who made fun of him for crying. There might be other Lucasfilm employees, but I seem to recall it was Pablo Hidalgo who made fun of him for crying. And so they had built a lot of goodwill by bringing Luke Skywalker back. The fans were rejoiced when they saw that, and then they didn't waste any time calling the fans stupid for liking Luke Skywalker, and they attacked Star Wars Theory for crying over the whole thing, and whatever goodwill they were able to build back up with Luke Skywalker, they threw that away almost right after.
Um,
Oh, Cars Thomas is
food
saying,
is
did you
here.
hear about the Marvel Spider-Man Remastered coming to PC in August? I haven't heard about that.
Food is here. Do you
Oh,
want to call someone to come in and take my place?
sure.
All right. So I'm gonna be going. So I'll talk to you guys later because it's 6 o'clock. But if you guys are not done, I might join you guys for the open world later if there's an open world.
That's okay. I'll try to invite the guy I had to kick out. So get
All
out of
right.
here.
All right.
Have a good weekend, good
All
sir.
right. You too.
So let's see if we can invite him. I guess we have to say no to this first. Ah, there we go. Ah, he can be found. So guys, if you guys want to come and join the group, send me a tell, and I'll invite one of you guys. Oh, right now forever. Ah, thank you, Flashpoint. Our day was pretty good so far. Can't really complain. So while we wait, let's try again. Oh, okay, he's not allowed to join this instance. Not sure why friend Ragnar wasn't allowed to join. Oh well. We still have one healer, so hopefully that'll be enough. And we still have one tank. River Slash is cheating. He's turned into Superman.
Nobody escaped from my justice.
Like a bunch.
No, you make a pretty good team.
Maybe you should just explode.
Sure, Cars Thomas, if you want to go as a healer. If you can switch to healer and if you can heal, yeah, sure. Sorry if I'm not looking much at the chat, so I'll try to.
Maybe you should just explode.
You can't win!
I hate those.
Join me and you might just survive. Damn you!
Maybe you should just explode.
Nope.
That power is for you! Perpetua has perfected
Power of the source wall against her.
Hello, Irish. For those who maybe do not know, yesterday, well, technically today, but at midnight yesterday, we got the new season of The Boys. Although it's only the first 3 episodes, I think. I was able to watch like an episode and a half. It's not too bad so far. And we got the Stranger Things, I think, last week. That one was pretty good. There was one episode that was pretty bad, though. The episode where they go meet Dusty's girlfriend. But overall, it was a pretty good show. I would say even better than season 2 and season 3. But for the boys, we got 3 episodes, and then we'll get the rest of the season 1 episode per week. Not sure how many episodes though. I have to admit, I didn't check. And some of you guys also were wondering when the spring seasonal will end. Thank you, Logan. The spring seasonal will end on June 15th, so we have roughly 2 more weeks for the spring seasonal. That many new rewards for the spring seasonal. Which should be able to give you a chance to be able to purchase some of the rewards from the previous years if you need to.
Embrace my guidance. Maybe you should just explode.
You'll never hurt anyone again.
Sorry guys if I don't talk as much as I should. Just a little busy and trying not to die.
Justice will be served in a flash.
Maybe you should just explode.
Oh no, she wants us to explode.
That power is for you.
Nah.
We should let them
Only doomed yourself. See how we are deep. No, I ain't perfect.
Too many effects. Sometimes it's hard to see what's going on. Ah, you're so nice, Flashpoint. Yeah, if you guys want to leave a like, I would be appreciated.
for you.
Also, we are about 100 subscribers away from 25,000. If you are a subscriber, normally, just check to make sure that you are still subscribed. Sadly, sometimes the evil YouTube will unsubscribe people for some reason. Thank you, Sir Galapagos. It's alright if you cannot stay. I understand. So as our friend Flashpoint is mentioning, leave a like if you can, share the video if you can, but also check if you are still subscribed. If maybe, sadly sometimes YouTube unsubscribe people for whatever reasons.
Your existence has been revoked.
That power is for you.
Only a fool. You have only doomed yourself. You can only ever try. No, I ain't perfect. Your hubris. The apex will endure.
We lost Reverse Flash. Don't think anyone went to pick him up.
Oblivion for you and your kind. Maybe you should just explode.
Freaking. I used my supercharge just in the nick of time.
I do this out of love. Maybe you should just explode.
Flashpoint asks if after 25,000, if I have any plans to conquer the world. Maybe we'll have to wait and see for that.
I do this out of love.
We bind you in what remains of the Source Law. We use the last of its power to restore the multiverse to its true form.
No, my wayward children, you need me. You will stray from my path.
We will choose our own path. Batman, Superman, did it work?
Yes,
give a bow to
things should
everyone.
be getting back to normal. The good and the bad, all just as it was.
Even a thumbs up.
If it were me, I might have been tempted to do more, to change things.
We've seen how that turns
Our
out.
friend Flashpoint
I
Batman
guess
has a
we'll
question.
just have to keep saving the world the old-fashioned way.
Just checking, but you don't still feel like wrecking your ears, thrashing down the death metal, do you, Batman?
Depends on how much dad rock you insist on piping through the watchtower.
Oh, now fatherhood comes with certain responsibilities. Appreciation for the classics is one of them.
Trust me, the word classics is subjective, and when it comes to parenting, why not try asking the Super Sons what they've been listening to? Could be a fun bonding experience for all of you.
Well now, that's a great suggestion.
Ooh. The Catman and the Batman team up. That would be nice to see. I guess we're done here, so let's go to the open world. Guys, if you want to come and join us to the open world, I'll tell you what phase in just a minute. Flashpoint Batman has questions. If you had to pick a strongest comic universe, which would you say is overall the strongest? I would say the Ultraverse. I'm sure a lot of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Nah, the overall strongest, I would say it's the Amalgam Universe. When the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe were merged into one universe.
The Dark Knights skulk out there, stalking us like prey. Show them we have some fight
The
yet
Dark
left.
Knights are attempting to use magic to their advantage.
No,
Stop
we're
them.
losing Hulk.
Today is a good day for
So let's see, what phase are we in? So guys, we are right now in phase 3. There seems to be plenty of room left. So come and join us on phase 3, and we'll play the evil bounties.
Take out the apex predators. Use whatever means necessary. Yeah, I know what that means.
Agents of the Dark Knights harry us from all sides. Drive them back!
Perpetua took control of Sinestro's Ultraviolet Corps. No matter who they serve, they're against us.
Ready for some
Repel their
sneaking and
forces.
sleuthing? Let's go!
So let us start with the Dark Knight, I guess. So guys, if you want to play the bounties with us, come and join us over here. Oh yeah, the trio was trying to be really, really funny. Oh, they're starting the giant shadow demon. Oh, let's go there instead. So let us start with the giant shadow demon. If you guys want to come and join us, I should have enough time. Probably.
Feel emptiness overtake you.
I'm going to take you out.
Flashpoint is asking, has there been any heroes or villains you confuse for the wrong comic universe before? Probably not. I've known comics for a long, long time. I pretty much have an encyclopedic knowledge of comics at this point. And that started really, really early. Like I was 5 years old. I already had comics. I couldn't read just yet, but I could look at the pretty pictures. But people confuse the two all the time. For a lot of people, Marvel, DC, that means nothing. They think that all superheroes are the same. So universe or Spider-Man and Superman. And once in a while, I guess they were correct. Once in a while, we did have a few crossovers between Superman and Spider-Man. And then at some point we had the Amalgam Universe, where the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe got merged together.
Of my full power. Burn to ashes.
Like I used to think Hellboy was Marvel, and later in my years I found out it was DC. No, Hellboy is not DC. He's technically he's Dark Horse, but he's pretty much owned by Mike Mignola.
Flames higher.
At some point, Dark Horse had this imprint called the Legends imprint, and the Legends imprint had Hellboy, it had Sin City, and probably others I failed to mention. But Hellboy is pretty much a Mike Mignola creation, and he owns the thing. They did try with Legends to have sort of a shared universe. That didn't really work. Rebar, what big event would you like to see in DCUO? Crisis on Infinite Earth. If you're gonna go, let's go all the way. Oh, Susha Ray says my phase is full. Sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, Hellboy, there was a few crossovers with Batman, I think, and probably something else. Yeah, Hellboy did make a few appearances in the DC universe, but he's not really part of the DC universe. It's like the Phantom. The Phantom had a Marvel comic at some point. He had a couple of DC miniseries, and then a DC ongoing series, which sadly lasted only 13 issues, I think. So the Phantom was had Marvel and DC series, but he's not really a Marvel character. Neither a DC character.
We'll do whatever it takes.
That's alright. Spawn had the same thing. Spawn is an Image character, and he's owned by Todd McFarlane. But once in a while, they did have a couple of Batman Spawn. One of the gimmick also of the very first Batman Spawn comic was that it was in the same universe as The Dark Knight Returns because it was written by Frank Miller. I'm not sure if Spawn crossover with Marvel. It could be, but I don't recall that. Although technically Spawn and Invincible are in the same universe, the Image universe, Invincible has been to the Marvel universe. So yeah, I suppose by association, Spawn is linked to the Marvel universe a little bit. Oh, and I guess let's go collect our reward, and we're pretty much going to be done for today. I heard an exhibit and I didn't stop to pick it up. I feel guilty right now.
At the end of everything, I'm glad I can count on you.
That mage's forces have been vanquished for now.
Let's go back to the House of Legends. So guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to stick around for a couple more minutes. A character for Spawn crossover with Thor. Not really. Yeah, I know you mean Angela. But Angela is no longer a Spawn character. She became a Marvel character when Neil Gaiman gave her away to Marvel. He traded her for I think some of the rights for Miracle Man or something like that. I forget the details. But basically, Angela used to be a Spawn character, but sadly, she was created by Neil Gaiman, and somehow through various lawsuits, Neil Gaiman was able to get the character back, and then he gave away the character to Marvel, or traded the character away to Marvel, whichever way you want to phrase it. So when she became a Marvel character, she wasn't an Image character anymore. Rebar, how are you finding this current DLC? I don't like it very much. There's not the content we have is let's say a bit annoying. They too many mechanics. So sometimes you get hit with two, three different mechanics at the same time. So that get old really fast. I suspect maybe once I have, well, let's see how big. Maybe once I will have upgraded my augments to the max. Maybe it will be a bit less annoying. I might be able to get a bit less damage, or maybe some mechanics won't do the same effect. But yeah, right now there's too many mechanics. I understand they're trying to make things more challenging. They've been trying to do that for pretty much since House of Legends, I guess. But with this one, they went overboard by putting too many mechanics at the same time. So it's going to be already. I thought it was going to be tough to soldier on and wait for the next DLC when I thought the next DLC would be end of July, early August maybe. But now that we know that the next DLC will be October, holy crap! It's going to be a long summer. So no, I and also I guess I'm like a lot of players. I'm a bit tired of the whole Dark Knights Dark Middle thing. It was cute for one or two DLCs. Now it's what five DLCs that we've had based around that storyline, and I'm just tired of it by now. Oh, somebody's showing us the holographic henchmen. I made a video about those henchmen. If you are a hero, those henchmen are female characters, and if you are an evil villain, as you can see, they have some sort of hood on their characters. Oh yeah, I'm looking, I'm looking. But yeah, I don't like that new DLC very much. I'm very tired of the Dark Knights. I understand that the Dark Knights, the Dark Middle thing was a bit of a hit. Was pretty much one of the few hits they've had in quite a while. But they've milked it a little too much. They've milked it for yeah, they've milked it for too much. So they overdid it a little bit. Like also they're overusing Batman for right now, not just in the game but in the comics. From what I understand, they're overusing Batman to the point where Detective Comics doesn't sell very much anymore. So it's a bit worrisome, I guess. The Batman comics seems to be still be selling strong, but the other comics featuring Batman, like Detective Comics, not selling as much as they used to. So that's not a good thing. So hopefully they'll stay away from the Dark Knight's metal thing, at least for a while, for a long while. I understand that the Batman Who Laughs was probably one of their characters that people enjoyed the most in quite a while, but they have to give it a bit of a rest. It's as if they tried to replace Joker with Batman Who Laughs for some reason, and it's not working. Rebar, I would like to see a fresh DLC like the original story. Yeah, that would be nice. But we already know that the next DLC, yeah, Andre Robinson, the Black Adam and Shazam will be the next DLC. We're supposed to get that during the summer, but again, it's been pushed back to October. But I think the movie has been pushed back as well, so I have to wonder if the movie being pushed back might be also some of the reasons why the DLC has been pushed back. Have a good night, Flashpoint Batman. So I'm going to stick around for 2 more minutes, guys. So if you have any questions, the time is now. Batman 1716 says he got his Nightmare Chroma pack. We're happy for you. And the Nightmare Chroma pack is a nice one. It's a bit expensive, obviously, like all the Chroma packs you can purchase from the vendors. But it is, overall, it is a nice one. So guys, just a reminder, we're about 100 subscribers away from the big 25,000 subscribers. As always, guys, I have to say thank you. Obviously, wouldn't be possible without you guys. Rebar says pushing the DLC because the film would be crappy. No, I don't think so. Uh, Obviously, we haven't seen the film yet. So far, what I've seen for the Shazam movie or the Black Adam movie, I really enjoyed the first Shazam movie. There's a few, obviously, it wasn't perfect. There's a few bits here and there that I would have tweaked a bit. But unless they really dropped the ball, the Shazam 2 and Black Adam, like Black Adam, what we saw so far, holy crap, that's very promising. So I'm hoping that it will be good. But obviously, there's always the chance that they'll drop the ball. Like we can see it with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange started really strong. People really wanted to like and see the Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. Sadly, the audience dropped like a rock. Word of mouth pretty much killed that movie. Oh, pushing the yeah, sure. Oh, Batman did a trade. Okay, I thought you had grinded for the. I thought you had grinded for currency to buy the chroma. It should be 400 source marks. Oh, no, we still have the Flashpoint currency, so it should be 400 the Win Casino tokens. But I understand if you prefer to buy it from a friend, that's good. So guys, I think we're going to be pretty much done for tonight. We have a reverse Catman, which pretty much is the Batman. Have a great weekend, Cars Thomas. So guys, thank you very much for being here. Again, we're very close to 25,000 subscribers. As I mentioned before, sometimes the evil YouTube unsubscribe people without their knowledge. So just if you normally are subscribed, just take a quick look to make sure that you are still subscribed. And next week we will probably play the Dark Knights DLC again, unless we decide to play another DLC. But also, depending on what the bonus week will be, that will influence the content we will play next week. Thank you, Shadow Knight. So guys, thank you very much for watching the stream. It's always great to have you guys here. Thanks to everyone who commented in the comments. Chatting with you guys is always awesome. And thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Let's give them a bow because they deserve it. So guys, I will wish you guys a good weekend, a good week, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye, guys.